Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube NFL prediction segment, I'm going to be giving you my pick and analysis for the 2016 Week 8 NFL matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. Now, in this particular game, I do like Minnesota to win this one on the road. They lost a game last week. It was uncharacteristic for them with turnovers. But Sam Bradford, he is having a really very good season. He's completed over 2/3 of his passes. Only one interception, has been very efficient and has superseded and surpassed a lot of people's expectations, I believe, and they're doing this without their star running back, Adrian Peterson. Now, the Minnesota Vikings might not have put up a robust number of yards as far as rushing goes this season, but they still find ways to win. I see them bouncing back from this particular game. They have dominated the Bears in recent time. They have won 3 consecutive games against the Chicago Bears. Now, the Chicago Bears right now, they're number 32 in scoring offense. They're averaging 15.9 points per game. Now, Minnesota is not exactly putting up a lot of points either, but they are averaging 21.5 points per game. Minnesota number 32 in total offense, but it's really the scoring offense which is the critical thing, and they are averaging more points per game than Chicago. I do like their offense being a little better in this particular game, and Chicago may start quarterback Matt Barkley. I have not checked on the status of that, but last I had checked, he had when I said I didn't check the status on it, I didn't check the status on it today, the day I'm making the video. But last I had checked, that there was a possibility he might start. And if that's the case, that's obviously advantage Minnesota Vikings. And the thing about this particular game, too, you look at Minnesota, okay, they lost that game last week. They were coming off the bye week. I think they may have lost a little bit of their momentum a little bit in that particular game. But on the positive side, when you get that one, when you're playing well and you get that one loss, your weaknesses can be exploited and exposed, and you can make the adjustments and turn that around. And I do believe that's what they're going to do against the Chicago Bears. The Chicago Bears have not really looked great this season. And you look at Minnesota, too. I mean, Stefon Diggs, the wide receiver for the team, one of the wide receivers on their team, he did not play that great last week. I don't think he had many targets. I think he had like 18 yards receiving. That was uncharacteristic. I think he's going to be targeted a lot more in this particular game, and I think he's going to step up against the Chicago Bears cornerbacks, and I think that they will win that matchup, and that will be critical in them winning this game. And they're also one of the better kick returning teams in the league, and I do like, as far as the field positioning, I think that's going to be advantage Minnesota as far as the average field position goes, and I think that will be critical in this particular matchup, more so though than in the average NFL game. So, and you look at the Minnesota Vikings, they're also number 1 in total defense. Chicago is having trouble scoring points. Minnesota is number 1 in total D. They're still one of the better teams in scoring defense. And it's going to be hard for me to envision Chicago really having a lot of sustained drives against the Minnesota Vikings in this particular game. And Minnesota, too, has very opportunistic defense. They are plus 11 in turnover differential, which I believe is the best in the NFL, and I expect them to win the turnover battle as well and emerge victorious in this game. Well, anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube NFL prediction segment for my 2016 Week 8 preview of the NFL matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. And until next time, people, Edwin Learnard saying, stay well.